In this last video, we'll take a look at how to ensure your pop-up content is accessible, as well as discuss the difference when it comes to on-hover versus on-click functionality. When users are experiencing your content with a screen reader, it's important to consider all of the content that you have within pop-ups in the experience, and whether these are triggered by on-click or on-hover interactions. Let's first look at what we call a manual activation approach. This applies to on-click interactions in the experience. With on-click pop-ups, you will give the user the option to decide if they would like to uncover more information. So let's add an area label to our hotspot here to tell the user a bit of information about the pop-up so that they can decide if they'd like to hear more. The setup of your layers becomes important in this situation. To ensure that your content can be digested manually, you will need to group your trigger element with your target element. As you can see here, we group together our trigger and our pop-up content are all in the same parent folder. If these are not in the same parent folder, the pop-up content will not be read out correctly. Now let's take a look at the automatic activation approach. This is referring to on-hover pop-ups throughout your content. These are a bit different than on-click interactions because screen readers will always read the hover pop-up content to the user. This is why it's called automatic activation. The user does not have to do anything to trigger the pop-up content to be read out. Similar to manual activation, you'll need to group your trigger element with your target element. In order for your content to be read out in the correct order, the trigger and target must be a part of the same parent group. The biggest takeaway when considering using on-click or on-hover interactions for your pop-ups is that no matter what, all of your on-hover pop-ups will be read out. And that's it. If you have any questions about the Ceros accessibility tools and features, do not hesitate to reach out in the chat window, and our team will be happy to help.